Are you looking for the best laptops for coding? In this video we will look at some of the 5 best laptops on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Acer Aspire 5 laptops for coding. The Acer Aspire 5 is at the top of our list as the best laptop for programming. It performs well under pressure, it's reliable, and it's surprisingly cheap. It boasts a decent 15.6-inch widescreen with an LED backlit IPS display. The supported resolution of 1920 x 1080 is good enough to deliver a crisp and clear image, which will benefit graphic design and creative programming tasks like front-end work. The AMD Radeon graphics card is serviceable but doesn't belong at the very top of the list of the best graphics cards of the year. This is especially true if you love gaming in 4K, which is challenging for this GPU. Still, you can enjoy playing at 1080p at ultra-high settings with no issues whatsoever. Entry-level graphic designers will also enjoy the high level of detail this GPU can deliver. The 256GB SSD storage is large enough to support multiple apps, code editors, and, ultimately, more projects. You won't have the problem of having to delete older folders to fit new programs. The Aspire 5 looks great with its silver aluminum top cover. At the same time, this laptop is extra thin and extremely light. Thus, it's ideal if you work remotely and love to change your working environment from time to time. And don't worry if you forgot the power cable. This machine has 11 hours of battery life. Unless you run super complex apps, you're good to go, and we rate this as the best computer for coding on our list. Crisp and clear HD image. A powerful hexacore 4 GHz CPU. 256GB SSD. 11 hours battery life. Affordable laptop. Number 2. MSI F15 Gaming Laptop for Coding. The MSI F15 comes with a Core i7 CPU model and a GeForce RTX 3060 GPU. This is one of the best coding laptops and a great video and picture editing tool. It can run Inkscape, Sketch, Canva, DaVinci Resolve, Adobe Premiere Pro, and Cyberlink PowerDirector 365 without breaking a sweat. The F15 can withstand the weight of the most intense video and picture editing sessions, primarily thanks to the RTX 3060 NVIDIA graphics card. This GPU is powerful enough to render complex 3D models and can handle 4K video editing if needed. Video and picture editing combined with coding is a resource-intensive task for any laptop. However, you won't have any issues with this one, as it comes with a stunning 16GB of RAM and a 10th Gen Intel Core processor. Its CPU has 6 cores and up to 5 GHz single-core turbo speed. The 15.6-inch display boasts an above-average refresh rate of 144 Hz. The recommended minimum for graphic design is 120 Hz. As a result, you can expect a smoother and more fluid picture with this laptop. The F15 has 6 heat pipes that simultaneously work to reduce the laptop's temperature during high-intense sessions and maximize the airflow. You can code and video edit for hours without interruption. This laptop is thin and light, so you won't have any issues carrying it while commuting or traveling. The only downside is the power cable port, which is located in the middle of the laptop, which can make working from outside your home, like the coffee shop, for instance, slightly uncomfortable. Number 3. Apple 2020 MacBook Air Laptop for Coding. The Apple MacBook Air M1 boasts the M1 chip with 4 high-performance and 4 high-efficiency cores. As such, this laptop can run several high-intense apps simultaneously. Programming in Python does not require an overpowered machine. Indeed, an entry-level configuration will be more than enough, as this programming language requires any modern operating system, 4GB RAM, and at least 5GB free storage. A low-end coding rig might be enough for web development in Python. However, quantitative analysis, machine learning, and data visualization, as more complex programming tasks, still require a more modern machine. The MacBook Air M1 has 8GB RAM and 256GB hard disk space, which is enough to support additional tools every Python developer needs. The MacBook Air M1 can easily handle coding software like Idle, Spider, Jupyter Notebook, PyCharm, and PyDev, and code editors like Atom, Visual Code Studio, and similar. Like many other Apple laptops, this one also stands out with an impressive battery lifespan. You can code with the MacBook Air for up to 18 hours, even when streaming movies and TV shows. 8-core CPU. Compatible with Google Cloud, Microsoft 365, and Google Drive. Up to 8-core GPU. Up to 18 hours of battery life. Number 4. Asus TUF Gaming F15 Gaming Laptop for Coding. The Asus TUF F15 is a reliable coding laptop that boasts military-grade toughness and self-cleaning fans for maximum longevity. Bringing games to life is no easy task. Advanced coding skills and knowledge of physics and math are all equally important if you wish to become a good game developer. Oh, and it's a great laptop for coding too. The Asus TUF relies on a Core i5 processor with a max turbo frequency of 4.30 GHz and has 8 GB of RAM. As a result, this laptop meets the requirements for some of the most complex tool sets, like Autodesk, which requires a minimum of 3+ GHz CPU and 8 GB RAM. On the other hand, using Construct requires at least 512 GB of dedicated video memory. This is also where the F15 excels, as it boasts a GTX 1650 graphics card by NVIDIA. Playing 4K video games with this card might be a challenge. However, creating one using this video card will be a breeze. Upgradable. 4.5 GHz 4-core CPU. Premium material quality. 8 GB RAM. Number 5. Asus VivoBook 15.6 Full HD Intel Gen 10 Core i7 laptop for coding. The Asus VivoBook boasts a massive storage of up to 1 TB and a high-end i7 CPU. It is one of the best laptops for coding, primarily thanks to its incredible processing power. Its i7 core CPU offers a 3.90 GHz boost frequency, 4 cores, and 8 threads. As such, this coding rig is equipped enough to handle multiple processes. As a result, you can write in your selected code editor, export your project to GitHub, or edit pictures in Adobe Photoshop with no fuss. You'll experience no glitches or bugs in the process. While we can't argue about its processing power, its graphics card is questionable. The VivoBook uses an Intel HD 6000 video card, which is equivalent to GeForce 820M. To put this into a more proper perspective, this GPU has an operating speed of 300 MHz, with a max boost of 950 MHz, 284 shading units, and 6 ROPs. Ultimately, it's not enough to render any game launched after 2010. A powerful Core i7 CPU. 1 TB hard disk storage. Fast boot. 3x USB ports.